Hi everyone, well welcome back again, and this particular video here is going to be kind of an addition to the most recent one that I did on twin flames living in the hope of, and the title of this one is going to be The Bubble Love Phase. Both your vibrations are a perfect match at a soul-to-soul level, and I want to explain that in essence in regards in combination with the information that is being put up on a lot of websites and blogs and up on YouTube, that you can only have one twin flame because the twin flames are a perfect vibrational, energetic, soul-to-soul match. So therefore you can only have one. And I want to elaborate on this a little bit, simply because what's happening is because that information is up on the internet and on YouTube, what has not been taken into consideration is you can only have one twin flame has been around for a long, long time. It's been incorporated as a belief system, and it's deeply embedded in individuals at this particular point. But the new information kind of came to me as an explanation of what's been happening. And I want to talk about initially when a set of twin flames come together, or false twins, near twins, catalysts, twin flames, soulmates, primary soulmates, twin souls, twin rays, sacred relationships, divine partnerships. These are all categories of different vibrations. All of these, at some point in the connection between the two people, have done something in common, and that is unique in the sense that they all went into an exalted state of consciousness, or what I like to call the bubble of phase, where for a period of time, could have been a few hours, a few weeks, a few months, based on their environment, their belief systems, their physical well-being, their emotional stability, their cultural belief systems, would dictate the length of going into the bubble of phase. Now, the one thing that is important to remember here, which was explained to me in this download that I got, is there's a lot of information on the internet that talks about when the two individuals meet under all of these categories that I've mentioned, not just twin flames, but in varying degrees. What happens for a period of time, be it hours, days, weeks, or months, or longer, the two individuals are a perfect vibrational match at a soul-to-soul level. I want to say that again. They are a perfect vibrational, energetic match at a soul-to-soul level. Being in that match, every aspect and part of them, the mental body, the emotional body, the etheric body, the physical body, is in complete harmony and oneness with each other. This is why there is a complete bond of trust between the two of them. They can talk and communicate for hours. They want to be together. They don't want to be separated. They're connected in the etheric state, in the dream state, in the meditative state. They want to do all kinds of things together. They're usually in total agreement with each other on just about every topic, and everything seems to flow in its place. Why is this happening? Because in that period of time, the hours, the days, the months, or the weeks, they are at a soul-to-soul level in a perfect vibrational, energetic soul match with each other. Obviously, this is stated on YouTube and websites on the internet as being only for twin flames. Yet all of these other people are experiencing it in varying degrees and intensities. The point that I'm trying to make here is the process that we are talking about, the unfoldment through all the layers, all the levels, can only be experienced when the two souls, and I might add something else here just so I don't leave anybody out. There are many individuals who are going through spiritual awakening, Kundalini rising, who are experiencing exalted states of consciousness or bubble love phases all by themselves. There's no other person involved at all. So how is it we have people presenting information, especially on YouTube, you can only have one twin flame? Because your twin flame, as stated by many, is a perfect vibrational, energetic, soul-to-soul match. So it only is for twin flames, and you can only have one. I'm here to tell you now, at this particular point in time, whether some of these other idiots out there have noticed it or not, we are going through an evolutionary process, and we are especially going through it in the spiritual community. What was 30 years ago, 10 years ago, in belief systems, ideologies, and philosophies about twin flames. Example, you can only have one twin flame, which is a perfect vibrational, energetic, soul-to-soul match, as quoted by several up on YouTube. A very recent one I just watched, all right, stated exactly that. Men and women, I don't need to name you, you know who you are. And what has happened is this constant promotion of this belief system is making it extremely difficult for some individuals in a twin flame connection to exist in life, because all they have going for them is one twin flame. It's the one. There's only going to be one, as is stated, because that one is the perfect vibrational, energetic, soul-to-soul match. Yet what I'm talking about here is, again, and I'm going to repeat this, anyone can experience the bubble love phase under these categories, and then some. False twins, near twins, catalyst, twin flames, soulmates, primary soulmates, twin souls, twin rays, sacred relationships, divine partnerships, and gee whiz, right even down to basic people in the general population. And part of the soul-to-soul connection at a perfect vibration, if you want to put it into specifics, because it begins at the top, the soul-to-soul connection in perfect balance, perfect vibration at a soul-to-soul level. As stated by some, this is only can be for twin flames. But I suggest that the actual few twin flames that did and are here on the planet have set that template by themselves as an example that has now been templated into the consciousness of the individuals on the planet at an etheric body level and at a chakra level, so that when you have this connection at a soul-to-soul level, which is not unique to twin flames, because everyone who goes into this state is in a perfect vibrational, energetic, soul-to-soul match for a period of time. So therefore, this belief system that you can only have one twin flame is an illusion. Because what's happened is I have seen a great many people who have actually come together in a twin flame connection, or a twin flame union, or a twin soul connection, or a twin ray connection, whatever label you want to call it. Doesn't matter. The label is irrelevant. That's the problem. Too many people are caught up in the labeling and not understanding that it's a process that's going on. So part and parcel of what takes place in a soul-to-soul connection that's in perfect harmony and vibration is, you agree pretty much, again, to be repetitive on everything. Totally intuitive with each other. You can feel each other. You can know what's going on with each other. If one of you farts, the other one can smell it if you're 5,000 miles apart. All right? That's how intuitive you can get. Intense sexual connection, intense sexual energy, heart center connections, Kundalini rising together at the same time, connected on all levels. Why is that happening? Because in this new template that has been given to us by the few twin flames that set the template, what's happened is relationships now are built initially and constructed from a perfect point of vibrational match and compatibility. Excuse me. At a soul-to-soul level, and then can filter down through all of the layers, the mental, the emotional, the physical, the etheric, into three-dimensional reality. Now what happens is when the individuals come down, as they must, because you cannot hold this vibrational bubble of phase indefinitely, it has to come down, and like I said, it will vary. What happens then is the two individuals, or even if it's one individual who has experienced this, they both, or the one person, must deal with the issues, emotional, mental, psychological, genetic, hereditary, and even physical condition that would prevent them from moving again back into the bubble of exalted state of consciousness on their own or with another person, and it can remain as permanent in a particular state. So that's the ultimate place we're going. We're going to the bubble of phase on a permanent basis. So right now, all of humanity, especially in the spiritual community, is in a big learning curve. And because we're in a big learning curve and an experience curve, a lot of the old templated belief systems, like your twin flame is a perfect vibrational soul-to-soul match with you, and you can only have one, is no longer applicable. It's no longer a belief system, and it's causing more harm than good. So what happens is, if you don't learn it, or you don't get it right with that particular person, and say you split apart, what happens is the universe will still keep sending you circumstances and situations in your life, or both of you, or one of you, that will continue the process of eliminating anything at a mental, emotional, physical, psychological level that would impede you or stop you from moving in to that exalted state together again by yourself, or with another person. So if you don't get it the first time, even if you want to call it, if you don't get it the first time, even if you want to call it a false twin flame, a near twin flame, a catalyst, a twin flame, a twin soul, a twin ray, a sacred relationship, a divine partnership, a soulmate, a primary soulmate, you're going to get another opportunity to do it again. So therefore, all of this agony that a lot of people, men and women, are going through by this belief system saying you can only have one twin flame because your twin flame is a perfect vibrational energetic match for you. I've just given you the information that explains that that's what everyone experiences under all of these categories in varying degrees when you go into it. So therefore, this template, this twin flame energy, the twin flame template, if you will, is now available to everyone. So if you don't get it right the first time with the person, as I stated, you're going to get another opportunity when you do some of the work and the universe sends you some of the things and pushes the button, so you have to resolve some issues, and it may not even be a person in your life for a while. You're going to get another person's going to show up, and that person is going to go into the exalted bubble of state with you again, and you're going to experience again a perfect vibrational energetic match at a soul-to-soul level, and you're going to experience all of that unification to all of the layers again, which is stated as you can only do this with your twin flame, because that's the only place that you can have a perfect vibrational soul-to-soul match is with your original twin flame. There is no such thing as an original twin flame. What's happened is now the evolutionary process has progressed. We're now into the process unfolding in individuals. So any of you ladies who are hung up on some guy who's an addict, a pervert, a narcissist, a drunk, an alcoholic, or whatever, you don't have to put up with this shit anymore. Because just because someone told you it's your twin flame, that's fine. You can believe that if you want, but I'm telling you, the process that you originally went through with him or her, whatever, that you experienced, that you believed that someone told you or you read somewhere that this was the twin flame connection and this was the phase that you went through, you can experience exactly the same thing again with another person, a perfect vibrational energetic match, filtering down just as intense as the original supposed twin flame, just as intense and even more so, and I'll tell you why, because I've seen this happen. I have had people come to me who have stated that they are twin flames. I don't argue with people. If they tell me they're twin flames, I don't argue with them. If they want my input, different story. Then I have a process I put them through. But if they come to me and they tell me they're twin flames, that's fine with me. I don't have a problem with it. And over the course of years, and I've counseled hundreds, if not thousands, of people claiming and believing they're twin flames. And what has happened is this. I have seen many who have not come together. And I have seen a good many come back to me afterwards and say, well, Mel, I met another person after I finally got over this idiot, the whatever, and all of the neggy stuff that he was putting me through, or she was putting me through. I met another person and I went right back into the same phase again, the bubble love phase. And geez, Mel, it was even more powerful than the first time. How can that be? How can that be if you can only have the one twin flame? And it's a perfect vibrational, energetic, soul-to-soul match. How can it be I can have it again and it's even better than the first one? The reason being is because the individual has grown. Now, even if you come together as a couple or singly by yourself, can you repeat the bubble love phase if you do come into fruition in your relationship or your union, whichever word you want to call it? Can you have it happen again? Yes, you can, a multitude of times. So this concept that some of these idiots on YouTube keep promoting, and on Facebook, that you can only have one twin flame because your twin flame is a perfect vibrational, energetic, soul-to-soul match with you and your frequency, is bullshit. It's plain and simple. You can have this with a multitude of people. And as a matter of fact, you can have the same kind of bubble love connection with more than one person at the same time. I've seen that happen too. And this is happening. What we need to understand here is that everything that we thought was in the past, that we knew about twin flames, is gone. We are now into a new phase where the evolutionary process has changed us enough, and enough belief systems have been dispelled and loosened up, that now we can separate the bullshit from the wheat. And what you see up on YouTube is quite a bit of bullshit being manifested by some people, and you do see some wheat. The separation will dictate. They will eliminate themselves because no one will resonate with what they're saying anymore unless they're in that particular evolutionary spot. So what I'm saying here at this particular point is this. Everyone, at any time, at any point in your spiritual direction, it could be in a same-sex connection, it could be in a heterosexual connection, it could be in a bisexual connection, in all forms and shapes, can move into, at any moment, a perfect vibrational match at a soul-to-soul level and experience all of the wonderful things that people experience in the bubble of phase for however it lasts. Because that's the state of consciousness that we're all eventually going to live in on a permanent basis. Right now, to be very honest with you, we're like children, learning to play and making a whole lot of mistakes in a new evolution of consciousness that is coming to us. The basic premise of all of this, and again, I'm going to repeat this so it's in this video so it's understood, is the one basic premise, and I've repeated this again and again, I'm going to do it again in this video, the one basic premise that holds our society together, brings it together, and everything else function around it is a relationship. And relationships as we presently know them, from what I see on Facebook and YouTube and on websites, are not functioning. We have thousands and thousands of people in Facebook groups, especially in twin flame groups, who are so screwed up with misinformation, especially in regards to only twin flames can experience a perfect vibrational soul-to-soul energetic match, is out and out lies and bullshit. It can be experienced a multitude of times, and it will be dictated as many times as is necessary to the individual who's going through the experience, and they will call it, depending upon where they are, what Facebook group they belong to, or what belief system they're tied into, they will call the bubble of phase or the soul-to-soul vibrational match at a soul-to-soul level a catalyst, a twin flame, a soulmate, primary soulmate, twin soul, twin ray, sacred relationship, sacred partnership. I even see people now who are really evolved at this particular point, who actually believe that twin souls are actually superior to twin flames. Let me tell you something, folks. All of these labels mean squat. They don't mean anything. The only place they exist is here. And the only other place they exist is in the presupposed guides that people think they are having guiding them, who basically take the same information from the people that they're contacting with and regurgitate it through them yet again. Because the only place that twin flames and all of these labels exist is here, nowhere else. As a belief system. That's all they are, is a belief system. And this belief system, that only twin flames, true twin flames, can vibrate at a perfect vibrational, energetic, soul-to-soul match, is a belief system and nothing more. That's all it is. That particular phase is now available to everyone, and not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 5 or 6 times if necessary, until the individual can get into a perfect vibrational soul match on a permanent basis. That's where we're going. So I want to say at this particular point that it might be wise on the part of some people who insist on saying you can only have a perfect soul-to-soul vibrational energetic match with your twin flame to drop it, because it's not true. You can have it with one person, and in the cases when it becomes a permanent situation, that bubble of phase can continue periodically in the connection. And as long as the 2 individuals in that connection are growing and evolving simultaneously at the same time, which is the way a relationship should work, they will be together. In the future, relationships will not need a piece of paper that binds them together. The 2 people will stay by choice in the situation because both are growing and evolving, and they're complementary to each other, not exactly alike or identical, the same likes or dislikes, that kind of thing. That's all bullshit. They're complementary. They enhance each other back and forth, and they can move into the bubble of phase on a permanent basis, semi-permanent first, and then permanent bases as they go along. I wanted to do this video in this way because when the information came to me, I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to get some flack over this, and some people are going to go back, they're going to look at some of my older videos, and they're going to come back and say, well, Mel, you're contradicting yourself with what you're saying. You're right. You're correct. I'm contradicting myself. And one of the things that I know that is, for me, a very important point, I hope that some of you do point out to me that I'm contradicting myself, because what it does mean to me is I'm growing and evolving and changing also. When you're contradicting yourself and you look back on it and you can see the changes that you meant. So if someone says, Mel, you're contradicting yourself, I'm going to take that as the ultimate compliment for many of you in that perspective. And I'm going to suggest that some of you may want to understand that this soul-to-soul connection, a perfect vibrational energetic match, is not per se for twin flames as a unique situation. It's now available to everyone. Everyone will have the opportunity, and everyone, if they screw it up or they don't work it the first time, will get the opportunity again. It's time to drop this incessant obsession that we have with this twin flame label. Let's get on with some unified relationships in an environment of compatibility and understanding. And we will be much further ahead, and Facebook will be less busy with a lot of twin flame groups. Have a good day, everyone.